Yet. There we go. I might as well mute desktop audio too if I want to listen to music or something like that. Or anyway, hello, my fellow viewers and subscribers. This is Supercholatemilkshake, and I am here with, well, some random game development. Okay, right now you can't see the main screen, but of course, from the last time I streamed, yes, I fixed the big ugly box on this side of me. So now you can see a lot more of the screen. There's a little more real estate over this direction. Woo! Though now you can see a little bit more how disastrous my room looks a little bit right now. I'm sorry, depression is a bit of a bitch, and yeah, I really do need to get this cleaned up. Anyway, I'm not here to do that tonight because I am good at getting myself involved in really big projects before I go to bed, and then never going to bed, and then regretting never going to bed at a proper time, and then waking up late because I never went to bed at a proper time. So, neither here nor there. The real truth is that basically, yes, I am here, and I am live, and I just... hopefully I get some people coming in to view this. I do not have a way of monitoring my chat right now because I do not have Firefox open, only because I have a limited amount of memory. So, if you're here, just say I, because I don't have a way of counting views right now. So, anyway, I am going to get started with some game development here. We're going to switch over to here. There we go. Okay, everything looks like it's running. Hunky-dory. Looks like my chat box still working, right? This still working. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. Okay, maybe I might try refreshing my chat here. There we go. Now we got it. There we go. Now the chat box is working. Like I said, if you're watching right now, you gotta say something because I do not have a viewer. Well, okay, let me just bring up YouTube Studio then. Give me a quick second here. Also, in case you're wondering, yesterday was the pre-order day for Switch 2. And by the way, I completely and totally missed the pre-order. Completely and totally. So, no, I do not have a Switch 2 coming. I do not have it on pre-order. So, unfortunately, when it comes down to it, I'm going to have to wait for a bit for the console to release. Which is kind of unfortunate, but, well, not much I can do about that. So, of course... Alright, we're going to boot right into Microsoft Visual Studio here. I'm still using a Windows virtual machine. However, I am scared to go full screen because every single time I go full screen with this computer, something very bizarre happens with VirtualBox. And I don't know what it is, how to explain it, or what's going on, but something very weird happens. And I know that I could probably go with something a lot better than VirtualBox, considering that I am running Arch. But let's face it. I don't know if I really want to necessarily push myself in that direction. So anyway, okay, as I was just showing you, that was the configuration. Why is that bar back over there? It should be over here. Ah, good grief. Why does it keep going back over here? I want it over here, not over there. It's easier. I'm used to it over here. Okay. this helps me a lot with managing some of these things. Here we go. Okay, so far I got this down. And basically, this is just basically a way of storing in all the paths that I need to access certain files, like texture files, model files, room data files, all that other stuff. And honestly, yeah, like if I had to show you configuration, directory.txt, this right here, all this right here is basically what all this links up to. The idea behind this right here is that actually it is supposed to help make things easier for me to manage, so that all I got to do is just modify the parent directory file. So, you know, like for example, data textures directory file. All I got to do is go into that directory and then modify it if I want to add another texture or something like that. Same thing goes for models, rooms, sounds, voice lines, music, and mods. Though with the mods, actually that's more of a every user thing than just user thing, you know? So basically, yeah, when it comes down to it, I'm going to try and make modding a bit easier. Right now, mostly it's probably going to be more focused on custom levels and maybe custom sprites and maybe custom models once I get a car working. But right now, it's just bare minimum. It is just a bare minimum thing right now because, well, okay, and actually I will hope to expand it someday to maybe even include where you can make more game mechanics for it, and maybe even, like, develop a different game within my game, you know? I mean, I think that would be kind of cool. And, you know, there's no limit to what the modding community can do. So, neither here nor there. The real truth is that basically, yeah, I am trying to make this a little bit easier for myself and other people to manage by doing this. Of course, when it comes down to it, I also got to update this whenever I add more textures or something like that, or models. But, other than that, same thing goes for the mods as well. I wished I could do it where it would just automatically count all the lines and then, you know, run a vector unit off of that, but, well, there's only a limit of what I can do. There is only so much of a limit that I can do, anyway. So, in the meantime, data back here. Okay. So anyway, now that I got this down, I am going to be developing this window class here, because I still don't have the engine fully developed yet. I mean, the redesign for the engine fully developed yet. Because, again, when SFML changed over from 2.6 to 3.0, they changed a lot. And I really do mean they changed a lot. In fact, when it comes down to it, it was a headache for me because the text class was no longer it didn't have a default constructor anymore. And honestly, like, I didn't like that at all. It sucked. Like, why did they do that? I wasn't exactly advanced, but let's see. I think it was underneath new config. Yeah, when it comes down to it, I actually wasn't very advanced enough to know that I had to do this. Which I find kind of ridiculous, but okay, fine, whatever. I guess I had to recall the class recall the item that I created every single time I defined the class inside the class. So, there you go. There you go. What more do you want? So anyway, let's get to work here, shall we? Okay, so basically what I was trying to do here is that, first of all, I'm going to make paths a public thing. I know I shouldn't be, but really I do need to do that so that it loads everything into the window. Because technically what it's supposed to do is that it's supposed to launch the window loader first, which is also part of how the window also gets managed as well. Also, the thing that manages the splash screen, which also helps kind of cover up some of the... which kind of allows for a bit of a flashy cover-up for most of the things that load up inside the background, which basically includes the directory text. So, of course, let's start with... well, maybe I should make a class here. Class... load window. There we go. And by the way, I know some people are going to argue me, aren't you going to go for struct? Private. Private. And forgive my sister, she's watching Big Hero 6 in the background, too, just so you know. Good movie, though, not gonna lie. Back before Disney completely and totally went off the deep end. According to this, my memory is running... yeah, it's still running pretty high, 14 gigs. Yeah, that's pretty much the majority of my physical memory used right there. I really should have dipped in and bought more memory for this. But then again, the whole computer cost me like... Well, this whole system cost me like $450, so... Public. Okay, so there we go. Now that we got that... Alright, so first of all, I want to try and divide some of these things so that basically when it comes down to it, it's not all clouded up inside there, and I don't think it's running on the same... And we'll make sure that it isn't running on the same thread. So, well, okay, maybe I'm not exactly advanced enough to do thread programming yet, but maybe someday I might. Who knows? But anyway, for now, we'll just kind of do it in the background simultaneously while the splash is up on the screen. And actually, I think I might also make it so that it lasts about as long as it needs to take for loading most of the things from our directory here. So, yeah, I don't know why I keep showing this, but the good news is it doesn't go into your personal file, so basically, yeah, you don't have to worry about anything like that. I'm not going to hack you or anything. You don't need to worry about that. So anyway, let's start by... Okay, first of all, let's start by... Why is my brain doing this to me? Okay, first of all, I think I'm going to go... Okay, paths. Oh, wait. Did I forget to do constructors for path? I probably did. I should probably do that. P-A-T-H-S. Default constructor. There we go. And then we'll do a destructor 2. Which, again, really makes me wonder what on earth is the difference of it. What is the difference between a struct and class? I don't know. Also, I should probably comment this. For the storage of strings. There we go. The num of location strings. I should probably say that. Let's be more specific. LOCA. Location strings found in the... Okay, found in the directories. There we go. So basically, when it comes down to it, the number of strings might use, might not. Anyway, also one thing I am doing too is that GMTK did get announced again this year. And actually, I haven't checked it. Maybe I should check that now, while I got the chance. Let's see. Has the number of people who've joined the Shake... Well, not the Shake It Up Jam, but GMTK this year increased? Is it easy to see on the main webpage? No, it's not yet. That's weird. He is keeping it very hidden this time. GMTK, there we go. Game jam, game mods, physical games, jams. I need that. GMTK 2024, 2025. Okay, there's 10,000 people joined now. Woohoo! It's finally starting to catch up with the number of people. My goal this year is to at least hit top 100. At the very least. Well, okay, maybe at the very most, really. I'm not expecting first, and I will never expect first from this. Because honestly, I don't know. That may be too high of a requirement for me. But when it comes down to it, I am expecting to at least hit somewhere high. And I heard that he also changed a lot of things too, actually, this year. In fact, when it comes down to it, voting criteria, creativity, enjoyment, narrative, artwork, and music. Yeah, basically when it comes down to it, he did change some of the criteria is up just a bit from last year, where basically artwork and narrative has been put on a little bit more of a focus. Same thing goes for the music. So, yeah. So looks like I'm gonna have to change up some of my focuses just a little bit this year too. I'm going to have to. Oh. Sorry. Don't know why I'm doing this. Anyway, I think I'm going to have to think a little bit more outside of the box this year when it comes down to... oh, hey, Icy Solar. Good to see ya. Good to have you on the stream. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm going to have to change up some of the things that I do this year for GMTK in general, so... Alright, back to work here. So, of course... still looking good. 63 degrees. That's pretty cool for the CPU anyway. Yeah, this is on a totally different... Hold on a second. I am having chat issues. Left and right. Left and right, left and right, left and right. Okay, can we... see all the stuff in chat? Please? Oh, good grief. Am I gonna have to just, like... Or maybe it might be the size of it. Let's go 350. Okay. Oh. I am making a game that actually I actually started out on the Nintendo Switch too. Whoops, sorry, didn't need to see that screen. Alright, I'm going to be making some slight adjustments to my window here. Give me a quick second here. Okay, so the shake, gonna unlock, and let's see if... Okay. Now, why is this not working? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. I think things are working out. I am actually remaking a game that I made on my Switch with Game Builder Garage. And surprisingly enough, I called it Dumpy's Fruits Going Vegetables. And basically, it's like you're running around as the default robot guy, running around and trying to avoid apples that slide back and forth rapidly and will kill you, radishes that will home in on you and kill you, cherries that will explode and kill you. Well, okay, they don't look like cherries, but I'm just going to say use your imagination for it, because really all it is just spheres painted red. That's all it is. And it's like, okay, let's just call these cherry bombs just because. And then, of course, it's like I started thinking about it after looking at it, and I'm like, you know... maybe there's other things I could add on here that might make this a little more interesting. And there are some pun opportunities too, including things like pea shooter. But yeah, stuff like that. Let's see. Okay. 54 degrees internally and 62 degrees 0.6, which is good for that CPU. Oh, nice. I am working on a horror game with Unity. Ah, nice. Well, I mean, this is also coming with a bit of a revamp for my engine, too. Which, of course, actually I am doing stuff to kind of make it easier for me to manage most of my directories and such. Like, for example, actually having an actual file to manage my directories in. And, part of it is, oh, forgive me, I'm trying to think here. Okay, so basically when it comes down to it, it is supposed to help me manage most of the stuff that goes into certain directories. So basically, the game will look at this stuff, read off all of this, and then go like, okay, let's check out directory.txt, and then it goes into like, data, textures, directory.txt, and then, of course, it starts loading up some of this stuff. Oh, why is that there? I thought I got rid of that. Okay. Save. There we go. I don't know why on earth it was trying to load the config icon. That's not right. Okay, good. It's back to 0. Good. It should be all... This should all be 0. Okay, looks like I'm finding errors already, and most of it's just user. Most of it's just me. But the whole idea behind it is that it's supposed to help me manage most of the things that... most of the files that I make. So, like, for example, if I add a new file into, like, sounds or something like that, then, of course, I could be able to, like, go into the directory, increase the number, and then go, like, okay, this is the file that you need to search up for. Of course, there is also mods, and that one is not loading up the configuration file, which is nice. Basically, when it comes down to it, it's supposed to help people mod the game. I mean, this right here can help mod people. This right here might help people give a bit of an idea of what they need to do and what they're looking for, so that if they also want to mod the game themselves, they can. Right now, I think I'm probably going to be able to do nothing more than just... Oh, wow, this one's practically empty, actually. What the heck? Why do I have an empty text file on my computer? That's useless. Textures, voice lines. Okay, I think I got everything back down to 0. Sounds, directory, 0. Okay, music. Did I get music down? Yes, I did. Okay, I think everything is down to... Yes. But again, it's supposed to help manage it and probably help make development a little bit faster. So that way, instead of having to go like, okay, I have to declare this path inside the program every single time. Instead, I could just declare it once within the file, and then I could just work with it from there. But unfortunately, if I need to make any alterations or anything like that, well, basically, I might want to save a backup of the file first, because that's always a good idea. Always back up your stuff. But, after saving up a backup file, I could probably just alter the file right there and not even having to worry about changing the name or worry about accidentally changing the name sometimes. And if I do accidentally change the name, I could change the name within the directory as well. But again, it would save me the time and the effort of having to redeclare it every single time. And also, it would also help with overall speed if most of that stuff is already preloaded into memory. So... Okay, so here we go. This is the... So, yeah, like I said, I'm kind of co-developing the engine alongside with doing this as a project. So, this is going to be a little bit interesting. But I'm hoping to go up to at least 10 o'clock tonight, because I do want to go to bed at a fairly decent time. And then, yeah. Anyway. So this is the function that copies over. And I hope to get most of this done before GMTK starts this year, too. Which is July 31st, if I remember correctly, off the top of my head. And, of course, part of the reason why is because, well, of course, this is something I gotta use. Why on earth is it like this? Okay, I gotta check out something. I don't know why my chat box is going over my beautiful mascot, but... What time is it for you? 8:41. Oh. Okay, let's try reducing it from 350 to at least 300. That didn't work. 350 is probably the max number I'm allowed to do. Which is ridiculous, but okay. Okay, fine. Have it your way. I'll just have to let the shake know that his ego's gonna be hurt. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock right now for me. 8:42 to be exact, so... Yeah, I probably have about an hour left on this, but... Well, yeah, I'll try to push through. And don't believe the clock on the Windows screen. I don't know why on earth it's an hour behind. It just is. I mean, it was like that on the other computer, too. Don't get me wrong, but... There's one thing I will say, though, is that, honestly, the reason why I'm doing this in window mode, not full screen mode, is because of the fact that, well, every single time I go to full screen mode with this with VMware, it seems to do some really bizarre stuff. Like, just stuff that you wouldn't even imagine or think it was possible. Like, really weird. And honestly, I don't want to deal with any of that. So, copies over the... Okay, locking the shake. There we go. Alright. Function that copies over the... I love it when my brain draws blanks. Don't you? It's like my brain with a giant whiteboard inside my head. And then... lie. Okay, it copies over the three paths. There we go. Alright, so now I think I'm going to be declaring this one as a public vector. I mean, not the best idea, but not the worst either. And honestly, I know that some people might be criticizing me about using the struct in the class, but you know what? When it comes down to it, there's really no difference between the two. Like, declare the private and the public, and it's completely and totally over. There's no difference. None. Alrighty then. So, okay, here we go. Window, file path. Okay, now we just need to declare paths. And we need to name the function something. Load paths? Okay, I guess that would work. Okay, so therefore we can do that and call it inside the, excuse me, boy, where did that burp come from anyway? Ugh. Anyway. Alright, so basically when it comes down to it, I am going to do the load paths thing, and then... I hate it when my brain draws blanks like this. It always sucks. Oh, boy. Come on, John. Come on, John. You know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to do, John. You know what to do. Okay, here we go. So basically when it comes down to it, pass, load, pass. Okay, then of course we need to declare... Well, I know we need to declare the window, but I think I might do that as a private because that would probably work out well. So render window. I think I'll just still stick with the classic render window thing. And it was I'll just call it game. I'll just call it game win. There we go. Okay, and then I'll just set a public... Well, actually, no, I could set that privately, couldn't I? And then, of course, I can have it so it's loading behind the background with the window loader, which basically I need to declare render window splash splash. There we go. Okay. All right. Now we got that out of the way. We're gonna go void splash display. Hopefully I spelled display correctly anyway. Okay. You know, that's the biggest worries is that, you know, people might go through most of this code and go like, there's some spelling errors with this. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people who are probably going to be like that too. It's like, did he misspell that? How? It was like 6 a.m. in the morning and I was frickin' tired. What more do you want? Oh yeah, and I should probably comment this too. For the game window. There we go. And then of course, for... That's why there was more lines with the... Okay, that's why there was probably more lines with the configuration file compared to the previous. I did a comparison with both my configuration files, the new one and the old one. The new one is definitely far better, I will admit, because that one runs at a solid 12 megabytes of memory, And honestly, actually, a lot of the transitions and such that I programmed in there, granted, were a bit of a headache to get working properly, but they're cool. They worked out rather fine. And you know what? You guys probably would get to see it after you get to see some of the games that I create. But anyway, neither here nor there. I think most of the lines that I actually ended up using was mostly for comments. Because I actually commented most of the program that I made. Though, granted, I didn't comment all of it. Okay. Yeah, and there's a lot of people who have criticized me, saying that I should probably use comments a little more often, and honestly, I can understand why, because it makes things a little more easier to understand, to read, and it also makes things a little bit easier for, like, other developers who want to take a look at it and see what's wrong with it, to understand what I'm trying to get at and what I want it to do. So, there you go. Okay, so for loading the file path, public. Okay, so it's public for a reason. For a reason. Public for a reason, and public because C-A-U-S-E, there we go. Ugh. It's public because it makes it easy to store the pass while the splash screen is open. There we go. There we go. Now we got it. Okay, so pass, load pass, okay then. And then of course all I gotta do is splash display, which of course I also need to, well actually I'll declare everything that I need for the splash right here, but it should just automatically close out when it's ready. So for splash display, oh right, and I also need to do this too. Window. Run, game, win. I'll just say that. Run, game, win. There we go. That would work perfectly. Ha-ha! Oh, yes, and I also need to declare... Look, I was told that in programming. Load window. There we go. If anybody forgets to do default constructors or decides to not do default constructors or deletes default constructors for any reason whatsoever... Lock them in a room that has no windows, no doors, and no wall. No windows or no doors. They do not deserve to see the light of day. Alright, so basically when it comes down to it, little window, there we go. Alright. And of course, I'm pretty sure some of you are wondering why I switched over from... Oh. Okay, notifications are set to do not disturb, probably because OBS is open. Anyway, some of you are probably wondering why on earth I'm on a different machine now, and I'm on Arch Linux. Well, actually, part of it is actually because of the fact that, well, I got tired of fighting with the NVIDIA drivers on my main machine. I think I'm going to be going to my other ulterior plan, and I'm just going to be turning the Dell XPS into a server at long last. So, yeah, it was a good run with it, though. I mean, honestly, it lasted me for years, and honestly, it's still going to be in use. I mean, Of course. It's going to be storing some of the excess files that I can't save on this machine, and I'll probably have a hard time saving on my 2 terabyte hard drive I have up here for video files. And you know what? At least having a bit of a NAS wouldn't be that bad of an idea either for some extra storage. So anyway, splash display. Okay, we'll go okay, so okay, so I need to start with a texture. 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 SPLASH. Okay. Okay, so with this, I think I may need to, okay, so I need... I think it was either read off or read if. Ah, shoot, I gotta take a look at my, where is it? Window manager, window loader, value return, header man, new config. There we go. That's what I need to take a look at. There is an item that I need to take a look at here. Read off, or reading off the file. So IF stream. Okay then. Okay, so we'll just go like parent IF stream child. Okay, yeah, I'm using definitely coder logic here, aren't I? So basically, we're gonna go. This is for the main directory. This is for the okay, this is for the subdirectory, e.g. the text documents, textures, music, etc. There we go. All right then, and then of course I also need the string for I didn't think this through. Okay, so I think configuration DISF and times TFF should... Wait a second, I don't have that set here. Never mind. Never mind. I actually thought I had to set the splash screen, the splash animated screen, which is nothing more than... Wow, Windows Photo Viewer sucks. Well, at least the Windows Photo Viewer app does. The original Windows Photo Viewer was good. What happened, Microsoft? Oh, yeah, that's right. You just wanted to turn your operating system into a mobile, user-friendly operating system and introduce apps. Which, by the way, immediately killed all kinds of hype for your system. Actually, it's still killing all kinds of hype for your system. There's no reason to get a Microsoft account, guys. Just so you know. Like, it's not more secure. It's probably more insecure more than anything. In fact, when it comes down to it, I do have a Microsoft account. And it is... And, of course, the email account is actually hacked that's linked to it. So, I'm not really using that anymore. In fact, when it comes down to it, the only thing that I'm really using about my Microsoft account is for Visual Studio, and that's it. Just to have access to the community version of Visual Studio, but that's it. That's everything that I needed, that I need from it. Like, otherwise, yeah, no, there's no reason to do it. And honestly, my bypass was just not connecting this thing to the internet for storing the texture file. String. Actually, you know, no. Actually, now that I think about it, I really don't think I need to do that right up there. I forgot about this because I think I could just declare it down here. SPLASH text. Actually, because it's inside a void, I really could just... Let's see, can I do this? Okay, splash text. I need the SFML website. Documentation, please. Actually, tutorials, really. And I think I'm gonna go with... Sorry about that. Texture, loading a texture image.png. Okay. Data slash... Oh, wait. Gotta do this in a string form. Haha. Data slash config. CONGFIG. And then, of course, splash A, right? Yeah. SPLASH A.png. There we go. And then I can declare this as a sprite because I am just... Splash-ish, well, splash SBR, and then we're just going to go SPLASH splash text. There we go. Oh, itch on my back. Oh, I think we can all relate to this, right? Whoa, hello. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Hopefully nobody saw that. Okay, there we go. Sorry, it's a little quirk of, There we go. Yeah, that's a quirk of, what's the program's name? I forget. I literally forget. Oh, by the way, I should probably test this. Is this working? Is this working still? Okay, yes it is. That's good. That's good. Alrighty then. So, now that I got that out of the way, actually, I do need to create int rect, and then we're just going to go splash blink. Do not blink, or else the angels will get you. And then we're just going to go SBL. Well, actually, no. We need to do that while the animation's playing, don't we? And I also need to set it up so that it works while the whole thing is loading. Wait a second. Actually, no. I know what to do with that. Const int Main con equals, what was the number again? I gotta count. All right, guys, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so main configuration 17. There we go. And then we'll have it set up so that it loads throughout all that. And I'm just going to go like, okay, well, this is less than 17. Display it and make sure that the logo blinks at least once or twice. So if it meets 17 beforehand, then in that case, it will just stop right there. And okay, so basically I'm thinking, like, if it's going to meet 17 before the logo blinks, then I'm just going to let it run out on a 10-second timer. Otherwise, I think I am just going to go... Okay, so yeah, I'm going to let it run on a 10-second timer, and then I'm going to go... if it's under 17, if 17 gets met... The criteria of if it meets 17 is met before it blinks at least once. If it blinks once, then of course it will probably be... So I need to set a blink count for that. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to go like, this is a permanent number for the number of there we go. This is a permanent number for the number of directories found in the main directory. There we go. And it shall always remain at 17, no matter what. So basically, when it comes down to it, this is something that I can always have hard-coded inside there, and I know this would work faithfully without any hitches or problems whatsoever. The only thing that I'm probably going to be changing is this one right up here, but that's only because of the fact that that's the main icon. And, well, okay, no, I'm not going to change times.tff either. If I have to load any additional like font files or anything like that, I think I might do it underneath textures, just because that's what font files are kind of like anyway. They're just textures, really. But neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. It sounds like Chris is getting done with Big Hero 6 out there. That's good. That's good. Maybe I should probably put on some music, eh? Let's see. Multimedia. Let's see. KB3. Strawberry. There we go. I think the only music that I have on here is from, Sonic X Shadow Generations. By the way, I actually do have the physical soundtrack. It's somewhere around here somewhere. I would love to show ya, but, I hope this isn't causing too much memory usage. No, it isn't. Okay, good. We'll just go with this. Okay, that's a bit too loud. Maybe I might want to turn it down. Turn it down. There we go. Just so you know, I have played through this entire game, and by the way, by the time I got to the end, I'm like, man, somebody on the dev team really must love Radical Highway. Alrighty then, so, now that we got that out of the way, let's get back to work on this. So, doesn't look like my memory went up too much, and my CPU usage didn't go up too much either. And it looks like it's still remaining at a 62 degrees, which is fine for that. Alright, and actually it's still maintaining smooth streaming. That's perfect. That's perfect. I might be able to do the entirety of GMTK with this thing, which is good. I'm actually planning on taking those days off, too, for GMTK, because, you know, doing that on the full day is actually nice. And I'll also take the Monday shortly after the jam submissions are over, because, to tell you the truth, I think it probably would be nice to have the extra day to rank and rate and play all these games and such. Especially with the fact that, well, granted, I may be getting most of my afternoon back. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to have the time to rank as many games as I possibly can. And I know I need to get through them as fast as I possibly can this year. Because I know trying to accumulate as many ratings as possible also is a component of rating as many games as you possibly can. So, neither here nor there. Let's get to work, shall we? Okay, so this is found in the main directory. There we go. This is of where the is at. Int equals -1. We'll just start it at -1. Actually, to tell you the truth, I think I should probably set it. Well, no, we'll just set it at -1 and then we'll have it just bump up. Because, oh, yeah, and I should say WHEREAT, there we go, where at, there we go, there we go. Okay, now we got that. Hopefully you guys can still hear the music. I don't know, I hadn't had much time to test this out, and I don't really necessarily know if you can hear it or not. Maybe I should fire up my laptop and see. I know it's somewhere around here. Oh. Wait a second, it's over here. No? Where is it? Gosh dang it, it's such a mess. I'm losing my head with that. Oh, it's over here. You still got battery? Yeah, I still got battery. Gonna keep the music playing because why not? Oh, we'll just hang it in, cast hot fries out of the way. This is also my test rig too, in case if anybody's wondering. Well, granted, I have mentioned that before on this channel, so if you're a long-time viewer, you already know. Eventually, I hope to get some more music on here besides Sonic X Shadow Generations. Sheesh. I really want to say it the other way around because it really feels more like a game designed with Shadow in mind than it did Sonic. But, okay, here we go. 98% left. Good. Okay, come on. Oh, this thing's off. That would help. Let it boot up into Cinnamon. Go. Yeah, my main computer has KDE Plasma, my laptop has Cinnamon. And actually, to tell you the truth, my desktop also has Cinnamon, but that's because it's running Mint. And Mint comes with Cinnamon by default, so... Okay, YouTube. I don't know how loud this is set up right now, but we'll see. We'll see. Wait, why did I fire up history? I needed to go into... YouTube Studio! There we go. I don't navigate YouTube very often, as you can clearly tell. Alright, I'm probably going to increase my viewership by 1, but that's because I'm watching it through my own laptop. Problems with the Nintendo Switch 2. That is a fairly old video. I still need to do some updates with the Nintendo Switch 2. Because, again, there's a lot of crazy things that have happened over the past several weeks. Like, honestly, the news for this has been pretty rapid. And honestly, most of it's kind of hard to keep up with. But, I mean, I have kept up with most of it. I know there's been a lot of nasty rumors that have been spread around. There's a lot of people who want to say boycott the Nintendo Switch 2. And then, of course, when it comes down to day 1 of, oops, did I just go into studio? I just went into the studio. I know I could do it through my own computer, but what's the fun in that? Get terrible link. Then we're just gonna open this up in a new tab, and I'm just gonna paste and go. Okay, is it working? I do hear something, so... Okay, I can barely hear something, but that's because the music is actually kind of quiet. I think it's because it's a cutscene. Yeah, it's a cutscene. Okay, I can barely hear something, but that's because the music is actually kind of quiet. Because it's a cutscene. Yeah, it's a cutscene. You can hear myself through it! Ah! Okay, yeah, it's working. It's working. It's working like it should. That's good. That's good to know. Man, I didn't think this thing was so far back, but... It's working. It's working like it should. That's good. That's good to know. Man, I didn't think this thing was so far back, but... There we go. I'll just mute this for now. I'll check it out a little bit later, but... Okay, here we go. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yes, that's right. Okay, we're at -1. I'm just going to have it set to -1 because why not? I think we're just going to have it load up the splash first and then bump it up to 0 so that it will activate the loading sequence overall, which I also do need to program that in too. So basically when it comes down to it, there are several things that I need to do. I should be really making a checklist for this, shouldn't I? Okay, let's see. How do I do a checklist again? How do I do a task list of stuff? Okay. I've tried Obsidian before, but it's never worked for me. On Linux, Arch, anyway. I got it to work on Linux Mint, but Arch, not so much. Let's see, can we do... I don't think so. System. Let's see, crash process report. Help. Graphics? Nope. Games? I don't think so. Education? No. Development? Probably not. DaVinci Resolve. I don't think that's going to work at all. DaVinci Resolve doesn't work on this computer anyway, because apparently it keeps running into graphical card errors. Let's see. Let's just try searching up something on Google real quick, like. Hopefully it doesn't crash my computer. Because I did get a memory overload crash before, so, yeah. Yeah, you can still hear the music, right? It's kind of hard to tell because, well, actually, I could just pin this up top and, let's see here. More actions. Oh, I can only move. I can't pin it up to the top. Well, that's lovely. Alright then. Well, okay. Well, actually, I got my laptop over here. What am I talking about? I mean, sure, I have to turn my head all the way over like this to see it, but... Which means it doesn't look like I'm talking to you guys. It looks like I'm talking over to somebody over here, but... Alright then, so, let's see here. I need to search up... task list for art. Popular choices include Task Warrior, Command Line Task Manager, graphical options with to-do list, or go to do. Okay then, so package to-do lists. Wait, is this from the user repository? Incomplete, complete. Okay, I want to go for the complete stuff. Okay, let's just go like Arch Linux to do. It is a. Oh man, I hate user respiratories. I really do. They suck. They suck big time. Alright, here we go then. So, git clone. Control-Shift-V. There we go. Okay, so I think that worked. Okay, so we can just open up files here. Go with to home. To-do list app image. Okay. Open terminal here. There we go. And then of course make package I. There we go. Let's hope this works. Oh, could not resolve dependencies. I gotta install the freaking dependencies first. Okay. I definitely hate AUR packages just because of this. Just because of this. I despise them. I despise them. Can I get something that isn't a snap or isn't an AUR? Please. Please, please, please. Pretty please, a sugar ranch. Top. Wait, Obsidian. Let's try that. Okay, okay, Obsidian, I don't know how to use it, but maybe I might be able to do this. It might work. We'll check it out. Okay, so, Pac-Man, -S, Control-Shift-V, Obsidian, there we go. Cannot perform, oh, right, forgot. I'm glad that it, blocks my password. Yes! Who would have thought that I'd be installing a to-do list on a live stream? But hey, look, I mean, this is Arch programming for you. I mean, this is basically what using Arch is like. There are a few things that are kind of... Okay. This one, really? Oh, wow, I didn't have to install very much for optional dependencies. Amazing. Oops. There we go. Yes. Hopefully I don't have to install optional dependencies for this. Okay, good. I mean, I know they're optional and they're not needed, but at the same time. Okay, so let's see. Did it get imported in here? Where did it get put in? Internet? Doubt it. Multimedia? Doubt it. Office? Yes. Hopefully Obsidian works. Okay, good. No file is open. Create new note. Actually, how do you do this? This is the results selection, isn't it? Is this for Tokyo? Yeah, this is for Tokyo. This is for the Tokyo DLC, which, by the way, I did like. I mean, I know it's not exactly perfect by any means, but okay. New note, new folder, change order sort, auto reveal current tile, expand all, open graph view, open quick switcher. How? Okay, back to work on this. Hey, Arch Linux. There we go. Joplin? What the heck is Joplin? Is it... It's not another... It's another AUR! No! No! Let's avoid that! By all means, please! Simple note. Let's see, what about this one? Not another AUR one! Okay, that does it. Gonna use my phone! And yes, I know this looks like a dinosaur from the 1990s. But, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of having to do this whole searching and finding stuff. So... Amazon Shopping is giving me a notification. Yippee. By the way, is KDE connected? I'm actually kind of curious. Agreed. Yeah, it's connected alright. I mean, I could do multimedia control here. So I could pause, play, pause, play, pause, play. Okay, enough doing that. I know I got a to-do list application here. Yeah. Okay. Let me go market order. And also, I want to get rid of Amazon. It's just giving me a suggestion for Mother's Day. Title. Programming. E-N-G-I-N-E. There we go. I was like, sheesh, I was spelling engine earlier today, so... Okay, I'll just back off that. There we go. Okay, format, date, and title. Yeah, we'll just stick with that. Plain text. We'll do... org.mode, CSV, to-do.text. We'll just go to-do.text. And template. Cooking, Helio post, Jelly post, marker.r, file reference, MD, presentation, Beamer, simple, CSV, to do, example, TXT. I think we'll just go with that. Okay, there we go. And okay, that's definitely an example, but that's not exactly what I'm looking for here. Okay, so... Okay, there we go. So basically what we need to do is... Okay, so we need to figure this out. This might be more of a waste of time than anything, but I don't care. It might be a waste of time just to do it like this, and honestly, I would probably be better off just doing it straight up. But you know, I think I want to have a little bit of organization. Actually, to tell you the truth, maybe I should be doing this on paper. I should be doing this on paper. Guys, just so you know, this is what life with ADHD is like, okay? Just so you know. Okay? Life with ADHD is when your brain bounces from like 5 different subjects with no rhyme or reason. It just bounces. It just doesn't stay in one place. And it's irritating to deal with all the freaking time. So, you know, let's see. We got what do we have paper in here? Well, I got a mess. That's for points for being honest, at least. But I don't think I got any anymore. Oh, I got rid of most of my loose leaf paper because I don't really have much of a need for it. You know, like, I don't really use it very often. That's the thing. And I guess now that I turn around and actually need it, I am screwed. 6 ways from Sunday. Well, there's gotta be another piece of paper here that I can use, or at least another thing, or notebook, or task that I can use. I know. I had this big yellow notepad a while back that basically was just the whole whole bunch of lined paper. Sorry for just showing you my belly. It almost looks like it froze on me. Sorry, I'm just taking a look at my laptop and it's like, oh man, it looks like it's frozen. Oh boy, looks like I gotta be worried about that. Oh boy. Anyway, neither here nor there. Okay, so I had a big line sheet, a big pad of just lined paper. I don't know what happened to it. I know I had a small one that was like a mouse pad that also had paper that you can write on it too, but that got wet, so I had to throw it out, so... I think it got saturated in milk at one point or something, but... Wait a second, don't I have little composition notebooks? I do! I think we use... Yes! Oh, I think this one's been in use. Yes, it has seen some moderate use. It can work. It can work. Have you ever seen a composition notebook so small? Aw, ain't it cute? Anyway, not there. Okay, do I got a pencil around here somewhere? Pencil and paper sometimes is usually the best combination, if you know what I mean. I've got some cash on my desk. Probably should use some of that to buy a pencil. Wait a second. Oh, I got some pencils over here. Let's see. Got any mechanical pencils? I seem to like those. I do! A nice orange one, too. Is it working still? Yes, it is. Well, okay. Actually, I think this is a cheap one I bought at Dollar General. I do not care. It will still work. Oh, get ready, guys. The spoops are about to come. Woo. Okay, so first of all, what do I need to do? Sir... %, 2 hours. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just leave it running like that for a little bit. Needs to let the battery drain out just for a little bit anyway, or else the best to help keep it strong at least. So, let's start by... I know I need to set up the splash display, which that is pretty easy to do. Looks like Windows got bored. So I need to set up the splash display. So of course what I need to do next is... So basically to set up the splash display, I need to set up Splash Bright, and in order to do that, I need to set text rect. Set up a texture rectangle. I also need to set the text rect to go in between off and on. For a minimum of 10. So for the minimum of 10 seconds. Of course, I also need to set up the way that if it's past 10 seconds but it's still loading files, but then of course in that case, which I highly doubt because actually, I mean, even hard disk drives can load pretty quickly, depending upon what you're loading. And honestly, all this is just loading text files and text, so really it shouldn't take up too much memory and it shouldn't take up that much syncing time, so okay, let's wake this up and give some people something to look at. How about this? We'll just look at this. Okay. Actually, I thought I had this set up. What happened? What happened? What happened? Again. Okay, now I'm just messing around with this. Good grief. I'm not making very much progress here, am I? Okay. So anyway, for 10 seconds, so this way that if it does get done loading everything that needs to load, it would still display it and it will still blink twice. But if it isn't finished, then, okay, we'll just go if not finished, then wait longer for slower systems, basically. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let us continue on by setting up something else too here. So basically, when it comes down to it, we also need it to kick off. So set up now, I think I know how to do the preloader thing. Basically, when it comes down to it, I know I need to do several for loops because, well, it would probably be the best way to save it and store it into the integer vector, if you know what I'm saying. Basically, since I will be calling in another number, so I think I'm just going to be going like this. We'll store this as int. Okay, so this, the number found at the begin of the child file. There we go. I'll just go like dir for these so people don't get freaked out. There we go. Okay, so this is found for the beginning of the number vector. Then, of course, we need to go int. We'll just set it at a default of 0 for now. Whoops, not 9. The button next to it. There we go. And then, of course, also for storing the string of actually we'll go the overall location. For okay, string first part location. I might be shooting myself in the foot by putting these log file names here. Okay, for storing the of the found in child directory. There we go. And there we go. Alright, getting a little tired here. It is 9:43 right now, so it is almost beddy-bye for me. But don't worry, I'll try to get some of this finished up before I go to sleep tonight. So, oh yes, and I probably should also go Actually, do I really need to declare Flash outside of the... Actually, I really don't. What's the point of doing that? I just need window, run game, and then the rest of this. The splash can be put right over here. There we go. Well, I could just set it up right there using parentheses and such, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. Okay, the real truth is, yeah, sometimes I shake them. Find mouse features a little irritating. And sometimes I find it satisfying. I just shake it just randomly, just because. Sometimes I even wonder how big I can get this thing. I wonder, can I get it to take up the whole screen? Oh my gosh! I just looked away and all of a sudden it's just taking up the whole screen. Well, I guess I wouldn't have a hard time fighting with all screens for now. Oh my goodness. Woo! Alright. I've had my fun. Let's get back to work. Hey, look. I have to have a little bit of fun, okay? Sometimes coding can be boring. And you know what? Doing entertaining stuff like that keeps me sane. So. Okay, so I need to set up the preloader. And I also need to set up the... Okay, yeah, I'm not exactly getting to the game development part yet, have I? I'm getting nowhere close to that, but oh well. This whole stream has helped me out a lot, so... Thanks for those who have joined, and thanks for those who didn't join and joined afterwards. This has helped out a lot. Seriously, it has. Anyway. Let's see. So I need to set up the preloader, which of course, when I do that, I need to set up... Well, actually, first maybe I should set up a timer. We'll see. Anyway. So set up the preloader. Basically, when it comes down to it, there's going to be 3 that will always be a freebie, which is always going to be the first 3 files, which is found in the directory, which is these right here. The times TFF, the configuration DSIF, and the icon file. And then the rest of these, well, actually, these are going to be fixed, but anything after this will definitely not be fixed. So, you know, I was always kind of curious about why they chose that level for Shadow Generations. Because, to tell you the truth, like, that's not a Shadow level at all. Sonic plays through Chaos Island. And honestly, Chaos Island was actually the worst of the islands. Well, okay, maybe not true. Rhea Island was the worst of the islands, but, and I believe Rhea Island was the island that was pretty much all set aside for just story events anyway, so... Yeah, it kinda sucked, but oh well, neither here nor there. I still enjoyed my time with Sonic Frontiers, even though, granted, looking back at it, it's still not as strong as a game as I thought it was when it first released. It's still good, and honestly, it spawned Shadow Generation, so... Using this as a template going forward, and if they manage to polish it up and keep perfecting it going forward like this, you know, they may actually have a formula for making some good Sonic games in the near future, so... I'm actually excited. I'm hoping that they continue this trend. But anyway, neither here nor there. Getting on a tangent here. Also, does anybody also find it funny the fact that it also decided to play Chaos Island right after Chaos Island? It's like my shuffle turned off or something. Anyway, so neither here nor there. So when it comes down to it, I got these directory files to worry about. Okay, first 3 is pretty much a freebie, so when it comes down to it, it'll be like Okay, I think I'll just have it dump into the overall location, first of all. And I think I'll probably have it set up with the splash display too, so yeah. Okay, I don't know why window isn't lit up yet, because it should be. Not unless IntelliSense is crapping out on me, which has done it before. Which, by the way, this has happened before, many times on me. But, it's nothing new. No water underneath the bridge. Anyway, neither here nor there. So, basically, when it comes down to it, I'm thinking that I should probably do this. Okay, so, no, not like that, no. We'll just go... Splash dot create. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Video mode. I forget how to do this again. I think it was int or something like that, but I forget. I only did this once. And that was with the configuration manager. Because they did something completely and totally different, and it's screwing with my own muscle memory, so... Okay, where is it? I think it's window draw, window create. There it is. Okay, so yeah, video mode. Yep. That's where my muscle memory's getting screwed over with. Okay, then. Because you need brackets now, instead of having it in, you know. Okay, so basically I just needed the same size as my, icon here, splash. So I just need details. So view, details plane. There we go. 640 by 80. Okay then. So we're gonna go 640 by 80. There we go. No, that's correct. What the heck? And then style, none. Recreate, open window, okay. Can I use it over here too? Yeah, config win, create. No, that should all work. Why is it freaking out on me? Six overloads. Oh! See, this is why it screws with my muscle memory. There we go. Like, why couldn't they just have it in normal parentheses? Why did they have to put brackets out around it now? That just makes no sense. Like, it just makes it unnecessary and convoluted. Really, it does. Alright, now that I got it match the size of the sprite. 9:53. It's almost time to call it quits. Almost. I mean, at least I did some... At least I managed to get something done here. I mean, granted, I barely got a splash window going here, but, you know. Yeah, that's right. I also need to get this image text too. That's okay, I can do that in within this too, so we can just go image. Devlopment icon. See if this works. Data backslash config backslash config. Huh. I think I might just get the splash window working first before I do anything else. Before I do anything super advanced. So I'm just going to have it display a slash window first, and then I'll probably call it quits for the night. I haven't really necessarily gotten to work on the main game yet, but don't worry, I might probably get to that soon. Hopefully. As long as I don't run into too many errors anyway. So, okay, we're just going to focus on the splash right now. We're going to get that up and running, and then we'll worry about the rest later. So, okay, here we go. Splash, create, video mode. Okay, we got that, and then of course we got the splash, that icon. Oh, and then of course... while... dot is open. Oh yeah, I gotta set splash blink size. Yeah, this is definitely messing with some of my muscle memory because they definitely changed a lot. Alright, since the default should be 0, so we're gonna go slash blink dot position dot y equals 80. There we go. For the seconds, I never really use the clock too often, but in this case, I think I wanted to make an exception. 5. Position dot y equals 80. There we go. This should work. Okay, and then we're just going to go into main here. And then okay, now, this should work. Hold on, I forgot something. I just realized I forgot something. Give me a quick second, because I can't believe I actually forgot about this. Set. It's direct. Splash blink. There we go. There we go. Now it should work. Oh yeah, that's right. I also forgot something too. I know, I keep delaying myself here. S-B-L-A-S-E. So, we're going to start with 640 times 0.5. Oh wait. Was there a way to... Okay. There we go. Okay. I think I'll stop the music here. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's try this out. Let's see if this works. We'll just start the game. It didn't appear at all. What the heck? Not only is it not appearing at all, but it's not running either. Uh-oh. This is a huge problem. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. There we go. Whoa. 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 There we go. Okay. So, why is it not displaying anything? Sorry, I'm trying to figure something out here. It should have been displaying, but it doesn't. I mean, I very much doubt it had anything to do with, Yeah, no, it had nothing to do with that. Let's try up here. Let's try moving that up here and seeing if that works. You know, maybe I might have gotten this backwards. Yes, I did, didn't I? Okay, maybe it's because it's loading off the screen, and that's what my problem is. Because I was dumb. Oh, good grief. I thought I got that other parenthesis. Good grief. Yeah, now it's back to being a little boring again. I'm sorry, folks. No worries, we'll get this fixed up. I'm taking this baby steps at a time, okay? Just so you know. There we go. Okay, now it should work. And the reason why I have it like this is because of Linux operating system, so... Because otherwise it spawns in the side of the corner for no apparent reason. There we go. But it's not doing anything. Great. This is why I don't use the system clock. Because this is why I don't use the timer. Because it's always inconsistent. Like, it really doesn't like working for me for some reason. I've always had a hard time with it too. For some reason. Because it's like it's either fired up way too early or fired up way too late. Okay. Well, we should be headed off the bed here. I want to figure this out. Why on earth is this not working? Why on earth am I getting issues with this? I'm going to do this, but I don't know if it's going to work. Let's see. I know it's probably going to produce quite a bit of numbers, and honestly, that's not what I'm looking for, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be like... Why is it at 0? What is keeping it at 0? Wait a second, is there something about the 10 seconds thing that I don't fully understand? And honestly, I need to go like... No? Wonder if that's the issue. Let's see. Or is it just because I'm calling it in that class and that's what's causing it to freak out? Because it shouldn't be returning 0. It should be returning a whole list of numbers going from 1 to 10. Or counting up from 0 to 10. What the heck? What on earth is 2 duration anyway? I better take a look at that. Documentation. Namespaces, classes. Clock. Oh, wait a second. Oh! I am stupid. I am stupid. I am stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Wait. No. That's not right. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, no, never mind. Maybe I'm stupid. Clock. 10 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds. Dot. I am stupid. I don't know why I didn't think. I don't know what possessed me to think that would work like that, but something did. There we go. And now it should work. Right? Okay. Okay. It is doing something. Let's check that out. Let's see if that works. Of course it doesn't work. Oh, I see now. There we go. this should work now. I ended up staying up a little later than I expected. Yes, it is working now. Hooray! There we go. Let's see if this works. Not exactly the plan. Huh. Interesting. Let's try reversing this. I wonder if this might work. I am going to spend more time than I need to doing this, aren't I? Okay, here we go. The heck? Hold on. What the heck? Okay, now that's bizarre. What the heck is causing that? Anyway, I suppose I better be headed off to bed, so I'm just gonna call it quits here. I'll figure out most of my issues, probably tomorrow or sometime soon. I don't know. But anyway, either way, I better shut down and call it quits here. So, yeah, as I said. Alright, if you like this live stream, please be sure to hit that like button down below. Be sure to comment, and, yeah. I'll see you guys all in the next video. This is Superchocolatemilkshake, signing off.